Welcome back. We just finished lunch here over here where I'm still in Hannibal right now. It's 1:22, so it's a little later than I was kind of hoping. My fucking I can't believe it. I had to move my truck. I had gone on duty like on my ELD log. Went on duty and I was sitting there and I was on duty for I don't know 10 minutes or so. And then this fucking truck driver pulled in, and then he was waiting on me to move. I'm like, what the hell? So I had to move, which meant I started driving, and it restarted my fucking brake. So I had to sit there for a while, actually. But no, I had a couple of problems here at this damned old Casey's over here in Hannibal. First off, I walk in there. And I walk over and I look at the pizza and I'm like, okay. And then I look at the hamburger. Like, I didn't walk up to anything. And the guy walked up with a box. And he took all the fucking pizza. Would you fucking believe it? Maybe this is a sign. I didn't see it as a sign at first until just now, actually. Maybe that was a sign I shouldn't have got pizza. But, yeah, this motherfucker. I couldn't believe it. He grabbed all the pepperoni, all the sausage, all the cheese, everything. He grabbed every fucking slice of pizza out of the warmer and put it into a box and then took off. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Before I could even make a decision, the pizza's gone. And granted, I was up there first. Maybe looking back, now that I've eaten and I've calmed down a little bit, maybe he had already talked to them and they said, I don't know. It's like, hey man, you gonna take all the fucking pizza? How about you just order one? Huh? How about that? How about you order a? They can do that. You can do that there. But no, just took all the fucking pizza. Like, they had another pizza coming out, so I ended up getting a couple of them slices. But I was like, are you fucking kidding me? And then I grabbed that and I go outside. I get in my truck and it's all hot as fuck because it just came out of the oven. So I lay it up on the dash so it can kind of cool, and I turn on the defrost, but I turn it on AC so it's going to kind of blow a little cold air on it. And while I'm sitting there, the fucking truck driver pulls in. He's delivering the shit for Casey's. Pulls in and I see him. He just puts his hands up on top of his steering wheel and starts tapping his fingers on his dash. And I'm like, and I give him a thumbs up, and he said, "No, He like gave me he's like, you're in my way," type of move. I'm like, "Are you all right? Hold on." And so I'm trying not to drop the fucking pizza off the dash, get it down into the fucking vents and shit. I just put it in drive and take off, go to the other side of the parking lot. I don't know why he couldn't go to the other side of the parking lot, but dude, this fucking cab is windy as fuck. I'm not a big fan of this truck. Now I do like the operation for the bed and the winch over here. I do like that. It's in the correct orientation. Some of our roll off trucks, instead of pushing to lift up the bed, you got to pull it, and I don't know. They're all backwards, but this one is set up the way I like it. I like you pull it to go up, push it to go down, pull it to go up with the winch, and push it to go down. I think it just makes pull it on, push it off, or something. I don't know. That might not make sense to me, but I don't know. Anyways, been listening to that Stevie V Three Wheel Bicycle podcast. Been listening to that most of the day today. It's a very, very long episode. And honestly, it should have been 2 episodes because, it was cut off. But it is really funny to watch Stevie V just continue through. You can tell he is smashed. He is fucking smashed. But it's a great episode. You all should check it out. Another fucking problem I got here is this fucking the fan, the radiator fan. When it turns on, it you can hear the belt squeak for probably 8 minutes, and then it'll finally grab and start. You know, at least earlier, it was raining earlier, so every time I just turned the fan on, I just left it on because it takes. And even then, some water, what you could tell, like somebody get in front of you, and all uh, that 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 mist coming up off them tires would get up into my radiator and get that belt a little bit wet, and it starts squeaking again. It's just a piece of fucking shit. This truck fucking sucks. This truck fucking sucks. Everybody do it with me. This truck fucking sucks. Okay, it's a Kenworth. I like it. I like that it's a Kenworth, but I'll tell you. This thing is not fun to drive around. The fucking door seals. First off, the door seals suck. I can hear so much fucking wind coming in the door here. But in order to shut the doors, you got to roll down the window because the door seals are also too good. I don't understand. You got to roll the window down, then you can slam the door and it'll shut all the way. Then you roll up the window. But it's like, where's all this wind coming in the fucking cat? It's really annoying me right now. There's a lot of wind coming right in. I can't feel it, but I can hear it. It's just a noisy motherfucker over here. Mm-mm-mm. Get me fired up, okay? Now, I want to talk about last episode that was posted today, Thursday. I don't even know what I did there. I don't know the title. I forgot to, like, make notes and tell me what that podcast was about. Totally forgot. I have no idea what I even said in that podcast. That happens every single podcast. This podcast right now, I'm going to have no recollection. Whenever I go to name it, I'm like, I don't even know what the fuck to call it. I don't even know. Unless I'm like interviewing somebody or somebody's interviewing me or something like that, that's easy. Because I know that I talked to somebody. But when I'm out here by myself, just running around, fucking hitting the rumble strips, fucking getting cut off by Priuses and bullshit, with the fucking wind coming in the door here, I'm not going to remember any of this. Whenever I go to label, I'll be like, what should I name this podcast? I don't even know what I talked about. And that's when you got to go back and listen to them. But sometimes, like in last episode, I ain't going back to listen. I'm just going to, I named it Yeah Buddy, I think, or something like that. I don't even remember what I named it. I ain't got a good memory here, okay? I do have a good memory on some things. But there are definitely some things where I'm like, I think I entered a new dimension because I remember this specifically being different. And obviously it wasn't different. It was, it's just me all fucked up. I remember I got false memories sometimes, which is inconvenient when you're married. Because she remembers everything exactly the way it's supposed to be. And then I will fight tooth and nail until I get proof that it's not the way I remember it, No, she is mad at me today. I give her that. You should be mad at me. When I walked out of the house and it was pouring rain on me, I decided to just run straight to my truck. I totally forgot that it is trash day. I thought it was Wednesday for a long time. Until, I don't know, I looked at my phone and I was like, wait, what is today? This was earlier when I was listening to that podcast. I was like, what the fuck is today? It's Thursday. I thought it was Wednesday. Whoopsies, I was supposed to take the trash out. And she said, oh, are you fucking kidding me? All 3 dumpsters are completely full. It's raining, and I got to get the kids buckled in the car. You could have at least taken the trash out. And I'm like, oh, I said, oh. Actually, I said, gross. That's the last thing I said to my wife was gross because she said there's maggots coming out of one of the trash cans. I said, gross. I didn't even apologize yet for not taking the trash out. I feel so bad. Because I don't mind getting wet. I don't mind getting a little bit wet. But if I ain't got to get wet, I don't want to get wet. But I don't mind getting, if it was meant my trash is going to get dumped, I'll go get wet. I would have got wet to get my trash out. Maybe that's what I'll name this podcast. I get wet for my trash. I'll probably forget that, but maybe I'll try to remember it. I get wet for my trash. Anyways, yeah, I listened to that episode. I listened to the first half and half of the second half. The first half, awesome. I really like Coach Casey. He's a cool guy. Sounds like a really cool guy to talk to. Maybe one day I'll get the chance to talk to him. I've watched a couple of his live streams where they do like for music lovers only or whatever. I don't know. That's what they name it. And they talk about, like, they did like what are your top 5 AC/DC songs? And then him and 2 other people sit there and they talk about AC/DC and stuff. It's a pretty cool concept. I like that. But I guess he also does like sports talk, because they got into sports ball a lot. They were talking about Raiders and Minnesota's and I don't know, people that throw balls for a living, and I don't know nothing about any of that. So anyways, that's cool. He likes sports. A lot of people do like sports. They like to sit there and they like to talk about who they think is the coolest ball player of whatever, and that's great. I don't know. I mean, maybe if I knew anything about baseball or soccer or the football or tennis, I don't know, golf, maybe. What else? What's another sport with a ball? Racquetball is tennis for losers, I heard, but I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know anything about it. That's what somebody told me. They said, yeah, lonely losers play racquetball, and I don't know anything about racquetball. I'm guessing you have a racket and you have a ball. I don't know. Just playing is it by yourself, maybe? Can you play? What is that little fucking stagecoach, hedgecoach? What is that fucking thing? Looks like a little orange ball, and it's got wings coming off the back of it. Spatchcock. I think that's what it's called. Spatchcock. You got a little spatchcock. Anyways, there's a museum in Kansas City that's got one of them spatchcocks in there. And I think you use a racket for it also. I don't know what the fuck it is. Spatchcock, smedgecock. I don't know. It's got little wings coming off of the back end of it. Don't even know what that is. I don't know how you get that. I think a racket. I think you smack it with a racket. And the wings make the ball fly straight. Hey, but it's a ball. Like, what the fuck? Why does it need to fly straight? It's a ball. All the sides are the same. Well, you want it to fucking go straight, right? Well, I don't know. It's a ball. I think a ball's gonna ball. I don't know. This is why I shouldn't be on a sports talk podcast. That's for sure. I'm just gonna make people angry. Spatchcock. It's something like that. I don't think that's it. It's something like that. That's hedgecock, spedgecock, something with a cock in it. I'm pretty sure it's got some cock. Lots of cock with a hedgecock, spockhead, spockcock. Epcot. No, I think that's Disneyland or something down in the Epcot Center. I've seen that. Nickelodeon Studios, maybe. I've been there. Hey guys, I've been there. We stayed in a hotel, not in the park or whatever, and there was lots of lizards, and they were camouflaging lizards. So they were all over the hotel room. You walking in through the hotel room and you see something move, and you're like, I think I saw something move, but I don't see anything there. No, something did move. If you see something move and you're like, oh, I don't see it, maybe that was just my mind playing tricks on me. It was not. It was something. It was a lizard. It was moving around. They're scared of humans, so you're pretty good. You know, they're not going to come get you. But I remember staying down there in Florida, Disney area, and Orlando Nickelodeon Studios, whatever the fuck. We went there. We went on a couple of rides. We went on. There was one where you're riding a railroad or a subway or something, and then there's an earthquake or something going on. It was cool. And then we went on the Jaws ride, and the shark comes up and takes bites out of the boat and whatnot. That was traumatizing. I remember seeing Goofy, the real life Goofy. He was there. These windows suck ass, dude. I'm yelling because I can't hear myself think. It was maybe the wind is coming a different way. Because I'm telling you, on my way out here, this was not a problem. If I roll the window down, it's just louder. I don't know. I'm trying to find the cheat code to make no wind noise. Anyways, yeah, I don't know much about that. I was young. I flew on an airplane, went out there, saw some lizards, saw the fucking Goofy guy, maybe a Mickey Mouse or something. No, I don't even know if we went to Disneyland. Rugrats was a big deal. Rugrats was a big old deal out there. So I got me a Tommy doll, and I had a Tommy doll. I was pretty fucking gay when I was a kid, and I had a Tommy doll, and I loved that thing. It was so cool. Like made out of like hard rubber, you know. It would hurt my brother if I smacked him in the head with it. I know that. Back in them days, it was me and my brother Kyle. Pudgy bitch Kyle, love him to death. He just trying to remember more about my childhood over there. We lived in Olathe, which try to spell that. If you ain't from here and you don't know anything about it, Olathe, Olathe. I don't know. It's weird spelling, but Olathe. We lived out there, and it's a nice little spot. We had a house on a corner. One street led to the neighborhood. The other street, it was more neighborhood, but it led to our school. We would walk to school. I remember throwing snowballs at cars. And one time I threw a snowball at a car, and they stopped. And they ran up, and they scared the hell out of me. And I went and got my mom. And she was upset we were throwing snowballs at cars. And I always thought, you're a bitch. That's what I've always thought. I've always felt that way against that lady. She's like, what if it was ice? I was like, was it ice? Was it ice? Was it ice? No, it was fucking snow. You could tell by the way the snow is all over your car, and you can't even tell where I hit you. Okay, don't be a bitch. I'm a fucking 6-year-old boy throwing snowballs at cars. Leave me the fuck alone. There's a lady who lived across the street, and we would go over there to get watched sometimes whenever my parents had things going on. And I remember they had duck hunt. They had duck hunt. They had a dirt bike game. These were on old school video game consoles. PlayStation wasn't even out yet. And I would love playing them games, I'll tell you that. They had some dogs. I was scared of the dogs real bad. I locked myself in the basement once. And because the dogs were outside. They were greyhounds. But like thick boys. Maybe they weren't greyhounds. I don't know what the fuck they were. But they were thick old boys. And they were just happy dogs. They loved kids. But I was scared to fuck of dogs when I was younger. I never been around dogs really, you know. When I lived out there, from the time I was born till then. Well, I guess I did. My mom had a dog, and I loved that dog. But her dog was a smaller, like Australian Shepherdish dog. It was all fluffy. It was nice. It was a nice dog. Now, any other dogs, I was scared of them. There was one time one dog ran across the street. I don't know whose dog it was, but it ran across the street. We were walking home from school. Ran across the street, and I death screamed all the way to my front door. Fell down, could barely get the door open, and my brother's standing there, or my sister maybe, I don't know. And they're just petting the dog, like the dog's just being a good old doggy. And I was freaking the fuck out. You know, I was a dumbass. I wasn't a dumbass. I just had irrational fears. We're gonna try to cruise control this motherfucker one more time. Every time I put on the fucking cruise control, I think I just set my wheels down. My tag axle. Go faster. I can't read it. Yeah, setting your tag axle down at 78 miles an hour. No, not 78, 68 miles an hour ain't a good idea. Really not a good idea. I don't think I did it. I can't, my phone mount is right in the way of the buttons. I can't see, but the cruise control's right next to it. Anyways, yeah, we had a lot of fun growing up. We had a big old backyard. We had 2 play sets, a big hill, sandbox. I mean, if I went there and I saw it now today, it probably is not that big. But whenever I was smaller, it was gigantic. We had a huge backyard. We had a big ass play set. What the fuck? My phone just had a baby or something. I don't want to join a coffee chat, you motherfuckers. Yeah, it was a cool place. I mean, I remember my dad caught a bunch of turtles, and we would paint the turtle shells, and then I'm pretty sure my dad was like, oh yeah, well, they'll stay in the backyard, and we put them in the backyard, and then they were gone. Never to be seen again. I'm pretty sure he was going out there at night and taking them and setting them free. But I love turtles. They were so cool. I also liked ants and roly-polies a lot. Like, I loved ants. Because we had a sandbox out there, and I would play with my cars in the sandbox. And there were ants and roly-polies all over the fucking place. And then I do remember one day, them ants, you know, they used to not really bother me. I'd play with them all the time. And then one day they decided they were going to crawl all over me and freak me the fuck out. And I quit playing in the sandbox after that. No more sandbox for me. Oh, I just saw a tire on the side of the road. It just reminded me, I was following a car earlier. And we're going down a hill, and I can see a big-ass truck tire in the middle, like just the tread. But big-ass tire sitting in the middle of the lane. And the car in front of me just did not see it. It was a Ford, starts with an E. I don't know what the fuck it was. It was a Ford car. And that motherfucker smoked that tire tread and just kept on going. Didn't even skip a beat. I don't know if he knew what the fuck happened to him. When I passed him, he looked like an elderly man. But I slowed way down and got on the shoulder. And then once I realized he does not see that tire tread, and he smoked it, that motherfucker came flying up. I had to evasive maneuver that fucking tire tread. And I was just like, God damn, Ford. What is that Ford called? Starts with an E, I believe. Edge? No, not Edge. Ford, a lot of Ford cars start with the letter E. You got Ford Edge, Ford Escape, Ford, I don't know, just a basic fucking car. There's nothing special about it. But that guy fucking smoked it. You know, I'd be surprised if I didn't see any drips or any smoke or anything, but I would be like, damn, that radiator is probably smoked, or at least the front bumper. You fucked that shit up. You ran right over that fucking tire tread, bud. That was not a good idea. You should have swerved it. You should have swerved it. But whatever. He got off on the next exit, and I just kept on rolling. Man, what is going on with this truck? Trying to, so goddamn noisy in here, and it's getting hot. Yeah, can you believe that fucking guy at the pizza place? Oh my goodness. Oh, all these pizzas? I can buy them all? You should order a pizza, you fucking dipshit. Jesus Christ, you cleaned them out of every fucking hot food they got, and you saw me looking. You didn't want to say, hey, you grab whatever you want, because I'm taking the rest. That's what I would have done. I've been like, I'll just grab whatever's left. I'm not gonna. This poor fat fuck over here wants to eat us. He probably wants a slice of pizza. He left cheese. There was cheese left. I will probably start wearing bras before I buy a slice of cheese pizza from Casey's. Are you fucking kidding me? I will never buy a slice of cheese pizza unless it's for the kids or something. So don't tell me I gotta wear a bra now because I bought my daughter a slice of cheese. She likes pepperoni anyways, but no, it's like, damn, dude, you just took all the fucking pizza. There ain't no way I'm buying a slice of cheese, you fuckhead. The offload went well. The lady there, she did what she always does, where she says, "Go wait at the sample rack." I just smile and I say, okay, and I go out and I don't wait at the sample rack. I fucking drop that shit, get the other one loaded up, and get the fuck out of there before the person she called shows up. Because there ain't nothing I need them for, and there ain't nothing they need me for. I'm fucking gone. So, pretty quick, easy swaparoo, just dropping a full container of Haz and picking up an empty container that they dumped. And then here in a month or whatever, I'll go back out here and I'll pick up that one empty and drop off another one that's full, you know. It's just a nice little swaparoo. I don't want to get too political, but holy shit, they canceled the Jimmy Kimmel show. That's fucking crazy. I don't know much about it. I don't really have a stance on it. But hey, there's another show down, you know. TV is just dying. It's dying, and it's trying to stay alive, and it's just dying. And I don't think I'm helping it die, but I don't think I'm definitely not helping save it. And it's not because of my views or anything. It's just, I don't watch TV, bud. I ain't got time to watch TV. And when I do watch TV, you put on a fucking commercial, okay? I pay for YouTube, so I ain't got to watch no goddamn commercials, okay? Quit trying to sell me shit, fuckos. Quit trying to fucking sell me shit, bitch fucks. Okay, but if I start doing ads on this podcast here, please listen to them. But other than that, I don't want to watch no fucking ads. I don't want to watch. If ads do show up on the Kletus Ray's Roadside Service podcast, I'm not just gonna read. I don't know. Well, I don't know. I don't know how that shit works. I don't know how. Like, I know Tim Dillon. He takes it to some extremes. You got to say what they want you to say to get the money, but you can throw in some extra shit here and there. And as long as they approve it or don't get upset with it. I thought he lost Morgan and Morgan. I hadn't heard a Morgan and Morgan funny ad in a long time. I thought they had talked to him. They were like, "Don't you fucking do this shit no more." But it's like, hey, I'm not skipping that ad. I don't skip Tim Dillon ads because he might do something funny. He might have a really funny story about a quote unquote friend that he has that pertains to some product that he's trying to sell. It's funny as fuck. Those are the only ones I'm going to listen to. And then I think Morgan and Morgan, if you're cool with him saying some of this crazy ass shit he says in your ads, I'm pretty cool with you. I'm happy to listen to your ad. And hey, if I ever do need an incident lawyer, I might call you. I might actually call you. I'm like, yeah, you got Tim Dillon. He makes those really funny ads, so I figured I'd call you because, I don't know. I slipped and fell. I broke into a warehouse, or I was just walking along the levee wall, and I walked into my the neighboring business to my business, and I fell down and sliced my knee open. You're going to protect me, and we're going to sue the fuck out of him, is what's going on. That's kind of some of the ads he would do. I'm not good at it right now. I'll get, maybe Morgan wants to sponsor me. I don't know. Do you guys need lawyers? Is that a thing you guys do? Because I don't know. I needed a lawyer like one time in my life. And that's about, like, I don't think I need a lawyer. Like, I don't know. You're selling me a lawyer, but I ain't buying it till I need it. What is Morgan and Morgan gonna do for me if I don't have a claim? So I don't know. I'm kind of happy to listen to them episodes. He also does like 8 Sleep and other ads and whatnot, where he talks about his friends that come in from out of town, and they're like, "Our bed is a piece of fucking shit, and your bed's fucking badass." And I don't know. He does funny shit. I love it. Love it. But anyways, TV's dying. Quit having 18 commercial breaks in a 30-minute episode and 6 commercials per break. It's like, holy shit. Holy shit. I don't need. What are you trying to sell me? Half of the shit's antidepressants. It's like, you all are depressing me. I'm getting depressed right now. Is this where I should stop? No. Nope. Maybe. I don't know. I might have needed to pull over there. Shelbina. Anyways, hey, Stevie V, I was listening to your podcast, and then Coach Casey was talking, and you guys were talking about bears and beers at the same time, like the drink and the animal. And I kept thinking you guys were calling, like if you hear something, beer something, it's spelled, just sounding it out in a different way. I thought I was lost there for a second, but then I thought it was really funny, and then I realized you guys weren't even doing that. You guys were talking about drinking beers, and poor old Coach Casey done spilt his beer on his keyboard. Poor guy. It's good. Those gonna be some sticky ass keys real soon. Oh shit, bumping, fucking bouncing around out here on the highway. I did see somebody get pulled over. They come flying past me. I said, damn. I don't even know what kind of car it was. It was just a fucking normal ass car, like a Honda Accord or some shit. Came flying past me. I was like, damn, you all are in a hurry. And I just kept on doing my thing, and then all of a sudden, vroom, a fucking Charger cop came flying past me. I was like, oh shit, get over, because he's getting pulled over. And he did. And, hey, honestly, look at me. Look at me when I'm talking to you. Look at me. I don't think people should get pulled over all the time for a bunch of little bullshit. Unless I called the police and said, hey, man, this guy is really bothering me. He keeps speeding. That's when I feel like if somebody's got to complain before they get wrote a fucking ticket, you know? It's like, because this could be a completely empty, desolate highway. Nobody around. Not anything going on. And I'm doing 72. They're going to pull me over and write me a fucking ticket. Or at least pull me over and fucking waste my goddamn time. And then I got to be appreciative that they didn't write me a ticket for harming nobody or nothing. You know? That's kind of... I got some mixed feelings. I'm not a super back the blue type of guy, but I'm not a fuck the police type of guy. I'm kind of right in the middle. I'm like, you guys are needed and useful here and there, but most of the shit that you guys do is just collect fucking money from our pockets, and I don't think it's right. But yeah, if there's like some actual shit going on, the police, we need you. But most of what you're doing is wasting people's time. And then we got to be appreciative when you decide to not write us a ticket for having a license plate light out. Your license plate light's out. And this is an actual story that I had. I was pulling into my wife's neighborhood going to her mom's house. And as soon as I pulled off the main road into the neighborhood, a cop got behind me, and I was in my 92 Chevy pickup that I had gotten kind of recently. And they pulled me over, and she's like, what did you do? I was like, I don't know. We'll find out. And he walked up, he said, hey, officer, blah, 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 with whatever, blah, blah, blah. The reason I'm stopping you today is your license plate light's out. I said, that's the only thing you found? Like, I cobbled this fucking thing together. This thing is a piece of fucking shit. He's like, yeah, you should buy a new truck. I said, no, what? Are you a salesman? What are you doing? Like, the only thing you found wrong with my truck is a license plate light, and you're telling me to buy a new car. First off, I'm offended. I'm really offended. But show me the fucking license plate light, okay? And we get out and we go look at it. I'm like, yeah, it ain't on. He's like, yeah, you should get that fixed. I'm not going to write you a ticket. Just get that fixed. I'm like, okay, what the fuck are you doing, dude? You stopped me, forced me to pull over to tell me my license plate light's out. Is a license plate light part of any safety feature of a vehicle? No, that's so you can read my shit and make sure I paid my fucking taxes. And I don't, you can find out other shit about me, but it's mainly like, did this guy pay taxes or not? Let's pull him over and oh yeah, his license plate light's out. It's fucking. Sorry guys, I know some of you guys are real hardcore police supporters, and I get it. I do support the police, but a license plate light? Come on, man. Come on. And same with one of the last tickets I actually got. I had just bought my Chevy Cruze. I bought it in Kansas. I took it to the DMV. I got 2 license plates. I put the license plate on the trunk. I went to the front of the car, and guess what? No fucking license plate bracket on the front of the car. It came from Kansas, where it's a 1-plate state. I live in Missouri, 2-plate state. I go to put my license plate on the front of the car, and there's no license plate bracket. Am I just supposed to drill holes in my fucking bumper of the car I just bought to put a license plate there? I said, you know what? I've seen people do it before. I'm going to throw it in the windshield. Just rock that for a while. I think it looks kind of cool. I was trying to get a little bit of tuner vibes going on, too, because I got the windows tinted. That's what I thought he was pulling me over for, was the window tint, because I did get it illegal. I did get illegal window tint on that car, but I never got pulled over for it. So anyways, I threw the license plate up on the dash, and I go to a Subway restaurant, back when they were fucking awesome and not fucking bullshit. I go to a Subway restaurant, eat my sandwich, go out to my car, get in it. I start it up, and I look across the street. It's like a 4-lane street. And I'm in this shopping mall, and he's in like a gas station or whatever. And I look across the street, and I see a cop sitting there. So I back out of the fucking parking spot. I pull up to exit the parking lot. I put on my blinker. I'm turning right. I turn right, and as soon as I turn right, this cop shoots out of the gas station, almost gets T-boned. He did not yield at all to the cross traffic. He almost got T-boned. Not kidding. Got right up behind me. And I'm like, okay, I don't know what's going on at this point in time. I don't know what the fuck he's doing. And then the light turned, as soon as the light turned green, because it was immediately to a traffic light. As soon as the light turned green, he flipped his lights on. I immediately pulled over around the corner, down in a safe area, you know, not just on the side of the fucking road like half these dumb fucks do anyways. And he walks up, he's like, hey, I noticed you don't have a front license plate. I said, oh, was I doing anything wrong? He's like, well, not having a front license plate is a problem. You know, you're supposed to have two, you're supposed to have one on the front and one on the back in Missouri. I said, it's on the dash, and I point to it. And he's like, oh, I didn't see it there. I was like, yeah, it's right there on the dash. He's like, okay, I'll be right back. And he went back, came back, and he said, I just need you to sign here. It's not an admission of guilt, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, what? What is, he's like, oh, it's for improperly displayed license plate or whatever. I'm like, oh, I mean, you can see it from the front. He's like, I couldn't see it, sir. I'm like, oh. I was like, how much does this cost? As I'm signing it, I'm like, how much does this fucking cost? He's like, it's like, he looked it up or whatever. He's like, it's like $150. I was like, $150? I was like, it's right there. He's like, it's improperly displayed, sir. Have a good day. I was like, you have a good day. Gee, like, I tried to say it in a mean way, but I don't know if it came off there. I was like, you have a good day. Jesus. Like, all the, you know, and I'm still sitting in there. He's walking away, but I'm in there fucking cussing. I'm like, God damn, all the work I did today, you know, because I just got off work or whatever, or I was on lunch. I don't even know what was going on. But all the work that I did today was for this. Like, Jesus, I was so fucking pissed. So pissed. And then I did my own investigation, and I looked it up. Well, first off, I found if I said I don't have one, it was like a $60 ticket to not have a license plate. But to have an improperly displayed license plate, it's $150. What the fuck? What the fuck? And then I also looked up. I was like, all right, show me. You know, I was just in the fucking law book or whatever of Missouri. What is I could not find anything saying that it can't be in the windshield. I didn't find anything saying it has to be. It literally just says it has to be on the front of the vehicle. It can't be too high and it can't be too low. It didn't say anything about depth. So I don't know. I guess it's on the front of the vehicle. I don't know. Some of these cars have pointy fronts, you know, and if the license plate's off to the side, you know, is that ain't on the front of the vehicle. The front of the vehicle is the first thing it would touch when you hit a wall. If you roll it to a wall, that's where the license plate's got to be. Is that what you guys are saying? I don't fucking understand. People put brush guards on their trucks and the license plate's on the bumper, kind of behind it. I don't know. I don't fucking know. But I just paid it. And just because I talked to a couple people and they're like, you're going to spend more on a lawyer than what that is. And I'm like, God damn it, they can fucking get your ass. So even if I was completely innocent, you know, for me to get a lawyer and fight something that I was completely innocent for, because let's just say, I found something where it says, oh yeah, you're fine, you're good. I went and got a lawyer. They're taking money from me. It's cheaper and easier and less stressful to just pay the fucking ticket than to hire a lawyer and fight for, something you think is right. It's just a fucking money grab, man. And they're doing it with these small little tickets. And I understand that the state has to run off of something. Somebody's got to pay it. You got to get money. But taking it from people for little bullshit, or I don't know. There was a story I heard about a while back. There was a video I watched of a lady that got pulled over. I don't know, for not signaling or running a stop sign or stoplight or something like that. I don't know. But the cop was like, "Hey, I'm gonna go easy on you, and I'm just gonna write you a no seatbelt ticket, because it's only $15 or whatever." And she's like, "I was wearing my seatbelt," and he's like, "Yeah, but it's a lower ticket." And she's like, "But I was wearing my seatbelt. You're gonna write me for something that I didn't do wrong." He's like, "Yeah, but I still want you to pay money, but not that much money. So I'm just gonna write you a seatbelt ticket." And she ended up, I don't know. I think it was a body cam video, and she ended up, she was probably well off, and I don't know, but she ended up taking it to the court, and got everything taken care of. But what do they do? I mean, they don't do anything they're like, "Oh yeah, we'll invest more into training for cops or whatever." It's like, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. But it's like, we got some cops out here that need training for some shit that's like self-explanatory. You got people with guns and badges and a license to kill if they need to, and they don't have some, oh yeah, we'll invest more in training and stuff. It's like, training. Some of this shit is self-explanatory. They should know how to fucking do certain fucking things, or just know how to act against people. You're gonna invest money into training for some. I mean, that's one thing that would probably keep me from becoming an officer, is like all the nauseating training. It's like, you fucking other, I'd be blaming my other fucking policemen. I'd be like, you fucking idiots. Who the fuck decided to, knock grandma out of her wheelchair and then find out you're at the wrong fucking house? Now I got to go do trainings to read numbers on the side of a fucking house, because a lot of times that shit happens, like the no knock raids and stuff. They break into the wrong house or whatever. I just saw one the other day. It was horrible. I mean, horrible in the sense of, if it happened to me, it'd be horrible. But there are definitely more horrible things. But I don't know. Lady was in her house, and there was a cop went to the wrong house and was like trying to talk to her, and he was in her backyard, and she had no trespassing signs, and beware of dog signs and everything. But the cop just walked in the backyard, and then she opened the door to her backyard because the dog was going nuts because somebody's in the backyard, and he shot the dog. I mean, that one's kind of tricky, because it's like, all right, I understand you're a police officer and you probably shouldn't be here, and you're like in the territory of a strong dog. Is it which one is better, just to let yourself get mauled by a dog, or shoot the dog? Because one of the two pretty much has to happen. I don't think the dog even actually was. He was barking because there's a fucking stranger that looks like a goddamn robot in his backyard. Um, but I don't know if I mean he was barking, but I don't see him attacking or anything. But I don't know. It's just like, what the fuck are you doing in my backyard? You just shot my dog. You're in my backyard. What the fuck is going on? Or there was another one. This one is a little way more horrifying because it was like for a mental health checkup, whatever, and or just like a welfare check or whatever. And they go to a house and some guy's like really not doing so good up in his head, and they ended up killing him. It's like, holy shit, this was just a kid needed, somebody needed to come over and work with them, and they just fucking shot him. It's like, I don't know. I don't know what I want out of my police. So that's why I'm also not a politician. I don't vote on every little fucking thing. I pretty much just kind of do what I want to do. And I'm over here complaining about it, so maybe I should, do a little bit more research and voting and maybe I don't know. But it's also, I don't want to do any of that. I just want to be able to live my fucking life without having to pay the fucking city $150 for not having a license plate mounted on the bumper of my car, or having to, get stopped and have a bunch of bullshit go down just for a license plate light. And so anyways, I don't know. There's some bullshit out there, but there's also, there are a lot of times where a little incident, like having a license plate light out or whatever, leads to, oh, you have a fucking dead body in your trunk. Like, oh shit, uh, those are more rare. I think a lot of people just pulled over for a little bullshit, let go as a warning or a small ticket, and that's about it. It doesn't. But anyway, this is all from the car speeding on the highway path earlier, so got me a little fired up here. But anyways, I don't know. I don't know how I'm supposed to feel. I also don't think I align, like, I don't know, because everything's political now. So I don't know what that. I don't know. I don't know what. Do I have to side with everything one side says, or can I can feel the way I want to feel about whatever the fuck I want, because I can do whatever the fuck I want. And I don't know. It's like, yeah, everything's so political now that you got to be like, oh, well, that's against, being against the cops is against Republicans or whatever. But even the Republicans are against cops sometimes. But I don't know. And then it's like, then you got liberals fucking lighting shit on fire and fucking bullshit. I don't know. I don't know. It's a fucking crazy ass world. We need the aliens to come down and fucking sort this shit out. Like, calm everybody down and I don't know. I don't know. But it's yeah, Jimmy Kimmel's gone. So I don't know. So I will give you a little bit of an honest opinion on the thing. And I guess a little bit against Trump in this one is that Trump doesn't do well with criticism, whether he deserves it or not, or he makes it easy or not, whatever it is. Obviously, Jimmy Kimmel is not a big fan of Trump, and I think vice versa. I don't think Jimmy Kimmel's a big fan of Trump neither, or Trump is a big fan of Jimmy Kimmel. Whatever, they both don't like each other that much. And Jimmy Kimmel's got a show, and now it's not a news show technically, so I don't know. I don't know if anybody's going to Jimmy Kimmel to get news. I think they're just going to get his opinion, and people think it's cool to go to a live studio audience or whatever the fuck. This is not. I need to make sure I don't pass up my truck stop. This ain't it. So I don't know. I think Charlie Kirk died for his First Amendment right, and I think whether you like what Jimmy Kimmel says or not, it's also his First Amendment right. That's kind of where I land on this. Um, so I don't think it's necessarily good to be shutting down shows because you don't like what's on the other side. I think it's, and I don't agree with Jimmy Kimmel at all. Probably. I mean, I think there's been a lot of stuff that I've been on the other side of his views. Um, but no, it's not. It's not good to shut people up. Take them down. I'm not a fan of cancel culture, and this is where it gets really testy, especially right now, because I, for one, definitely mourn the loss of Charlie Kirk. Like that one it hurt. It was. It's not that I watched him all the time or I, followed everything or knew everything about him. It was just this is a guy sitting and trying to just talk to people, and they shot him. Like it's unbearable to think that if put me in that situation where I want to sit and I want to talk, like say this podcast, but I'm doing this podcast live in front of people, and then somebody shoots me because they don't like what I said. Like that's fucking scary. Um, which is it's your First Amendment right. You gotta protect rights on the shit you like and the shit you don't like. That's the only way the right works. The First Amendment works. Is it's for everybody. Um, Now I guess there are I guess me thinking about it a little bit more now. I guess I'm a little bit safer because I was gonna say I don't think it's right for all these people to get fired from their job because they're mocking the death of Charlie Kirk. Like I don't I they also have a First Amendment right, which is fucking crazy. But that people getting fired, that's against their company policy. It's like they have company policy. And if you're so fucking dumb that you're gonna go out and make a video of yourself celebrating the death of somebody, you got fucking problems, person. You are fucked up. You need to go talk to somebody. BetterHelp is not a sponsor of the podcast, but maybe you should go check them out. Holy shit! Like you're mourning you're not mourning. You're celebrating somebody getting shot for just speaking their mind. That's fucking insane. And this has been a wild thing. I'm not even following everything that closely, but from the little bit that I have been following, I guess I've seen a lot of like TV shows. People it's like the cancel culture switched because we didn't really have a lot of Republicans trying to cancel these Democrat people. There weren't a lot of Democrat shows getting taken off the air other than by themselves. The ratings are so bad that they are closing up shop. That's what it was. Now it's changed to where the right has been, well, I don't know if it's the right or what it is, but people are like, they're taking names, they're taking screenshots, they are sharing information about people mocking the death, and action is being taken against them. And whether I agree with that action or not, which I'm not gonna, I guess I'll say I agree that karma works in mysterious ways. I'm not the one doing the karma. I'm not a part of this, but if you're gonna be such a fucking dumbass and make a video of you doing that shit, and then your employer finds out, and then you get fired or your show canceled, I don't know. It's not me doing it, and I'm not saying I don't disagree with it. I think, but it's like I don't know that white car that passed me fast on the highway. I don't want to get pulled over because I'm just speeding a little bit. I don't really want you to get pulled over because you're speeding a little bit. I think as long as you're acting safe, you should be fine. But I don't know. I don't even know how those really correlate. But anyways, yeah, it's got all these people. They're like boycott ABC or CNSBC or whatever I don't know. They're trying to boycott a bunch of bullshit, and it's like that's what a lot of Republicans have been doing for a while because we don't agree with any of the bullshit they're saying. Like they got I don't know. I'm seeing different information. So it's just going to help the TV fail, you know. God damn, Loves is full of fucking trucks here. Loves is completely fucking full of trucks over here. I just need to get some fuel, guys. Arca Express. Hey, it says start driving, and it's got a phone number underneath it. I'll call them real quick and say, hey, how about you quit parking in the fuel island, you fucko? Like, Jesus. There's nobody in front of you. You're not pumping any fuel. You're just parked in the fucking way. Motherfuckers. Anyways, I think I've gone on long enough. I don't know if this podcast will be received well, but I'm just trying to tell you what's in my mind right now. If you disagree with anything, you're welcome to leave a comment, and I will most likely respond. But I'm also an open mind, also. So like maybe you'll say something that makes me feel a little bit different about things. So I'm open to whatever. Anyways, keep all 18 down. Adios. We're gonna talk to you later. Bye bye.